If you're excited about Super Mario Maker 2, even if you've never played the original, then this video is for you. I'm going to go over all of the common terminology used by the community so you know exactly what everything means on day one. I'm going to break these terms up into 4 categories. Things that describe levels, general concepts, tangible objects, and advanced tech. Let's jump into levels. Kaizo. If you've watched any Mario Maker video or live stream, you've probably heard this one before. But what does it mean? Well, it originates from one of the earliest and most well-known Super Mario World ROM hacks, Kaizo Mario World. Kaizo, roughly translated in Japanese, means rebuilt. So the Kaizo in the title was really just referring to the fact that it was a modified version of Super Mario World. However, its difficulty and popularity led to the term being adopted to mean generally any level that requires precise and specific inputs. Inputs meaning button presses, in order to progress. This, while difficult, is not a Kaizo level. This is a Kaizo. New Soup. This is simply an abbreviated way of saying New Super Mario Bros. No, you cannot make soup with this game. TAS. An abbreviated way of tool-assisted speedrun, which refers to using an emulator's slow down and rewind functions to enhance the player's ability while playing a game. A level with TAS in the title is usually brutally hard and requires multiple inputs with near perfect accuracy to beat. This is not the same as Kaizo. Troll. While this used to refer to levels that were designed to intentionally frustrate the player, there's recently been a renaissance of troll levels that don't try to frustrate, but rather surprise the player in funny or interesting ways. I motion we keep the term troll for the frustrating levels and adopt a new term for these highly invented levels that have been popularized by Carl Sagan 42. Dwarf levels? Gnome levels? Hobgoblin levels? We'll find something. Auto. This should be pretty self-explanatory. A level that can be beaten while pressing nothing or only pressing certain buttons. Hot garbage. Hot garbage refers to the levels that are total trash, but also on fire. Things like enemy spam, tons of hidden blocks, and long, tedious actions required to progress all qualify as hot garbage. That level your 8-year-old nephew just made? Hot garbage. This level my girlfriend and roommate made? Hot garbage. Concepts. Blind jump. When you're required to make a jump but have no idea where to land. Not to be confused with YOLO jump. When there may be another pathway that's obvious, but making a blind jump might reveal something else or let you skip part of the level entirely. A successful YOLO jump might lead to cheese. Skipping part of a level or making a level easier due to an oversight by the designer. Many good level creators attempt to cheese-proof their levels by purposefully trying to break them during the design process. This is an important step to making a good level, as you always want the player on the right path, and having cheese could allow that path to be skipped or made completely pointless. Invincibility frames. Also referred to as iframes, when Mario, or Luigi, or Toad or Toadette has a power-up and takes damage, there is a short period of time where they are invulnerable to taking damage again. You get iframes after taking a hit with a power-up, while riding Yoshi, and while inside a boot. Damage boost. Intentionally taking advantage of iframes to get through an obstacle. This could be intended by the designer or used as cheese. Hitbox. The invisible box that is the actual size of a player, object, or ground. Sometimes hitboxes can be smaller or larger than what the actual model suggests. For example, Mario can stand almost completely within this saw without taking damage. However, while it looks like Mario landed on top of this Goomba, the game determined otherwise. Respawn. When an object loads into the game, this is referred to as spawning. Sometimes moving far enough away from where the object spawned will cause it to respawn. Spawn block. Designers have also figured out ways to prevent objects from spawning until certain conditions are met. For example, this Goomba doesn't appear the first time the room is loaded because it was placed on the same tile of this block. If we destroy this block and go far enough away, When we come back, the Goomba will be able to spawn since the block is no longer in its way. Z, an abbreviation for spin jumping or pressing the shoulder buttons, as that's what button spin jumping is mapped to. RNG, shorthand for random number generator. This refers to anything that can produce a different outcome with no involvement of the player. Bowser's fire is the most notorious for RNG, as the rate and the position of the fire Bowser spits is completely random. Having RNG in your level can lead to jank, anything that is awkward and inconsistent in a level. Spaghetti, failing under pressure or messing up an otherwise easier section of a level. This is spaghetti, and so is this. Oh no, I wasn't. Nobody is immune to spaghetti. Key death. In Super Mario Maker, whenever you touch a checkpoint, it will save however many red coins you collected up until that point. And once you collect all red coins in a level, it grants the player a key. However, if you die at any point after getting this key, your red coins will be reset to 0. This is especially painful as some levels require you to go through hell and back to collect every red coin, and dying will force you to do it all over again. True ending. An optional bonus ending of a level, usually rewarded for completing an extra challenge or hunting for secrets. True endings can be a special room with a bunch of 1-ups or power-ups, or simply reaching the top of the flagpole. They are up to the designer and completely optional. Yatta, the Japanese word for hooray, usually said when completing a level.
Yatta!
Twice, a type of troll where a section of a level looks identical to a previous section, and usually requires a different solution to progress. Kaizo trap. Oh look, a bunch of stars. Isn't this level oh no. No. Why have you done this? Luring a player into an area that looks harmless, however traps them inside. SOFTLOCK. When a player is stuck and can't be killed, leading them to either manually restart or wait out the timer. An alternative to this is a self-destruct lock, where the player isn't able to progress and their only option is to kill themselves. These can be relatively harmless to nightmarishly brutal. Pick a door, pick a pipe, and pick a path. A situation which forces the player to randomly pick an option with no indication of which is the correct one. I cannot stress how annoying and frustrating this is. Doing this would be considered a dick move. A setup that's intended to mess with or annoy the player. There's a very fine line between funny and frustrating with these. Objects. Dick vine. A vine hidden behind a door, which makes it so that attempting to enter the door anywhere other than directly in front of it causes the player to climb the vine instead, usually leading to death. Kaizo block. Sometimes people refer to all hidden blocks as Kaizo blocks, however it originally meant a hidden block that is placed somewhere to inconvenience or kill the player. CP, an abbreviation of checkpoint. Please don't demonetize me, YouTube. Death door or death pipe. A pipe or door that leads you to death. Dev exit. Shorthand for developer exit, an obscured hidden path that only the creator is aware of to allow them to upload their level without actually clearing it. Dev block. Shorthand for developer block, a hidden block containing something to allow the creator to have an easier time uploading their level. Naked pipe. Pipes that don't attach to any other solid objects, leaving them bare and exposed. Preview door. A door that allows you to look at a section of a level without actually having to play it. Reset door and reset pipe. A door or pipe that allows the player to retry a section of a level. Safety coin. Remember key death? Some designers have figured out a solution to try and prevent it. A red coin placed next to a key door indicates it's the last coin a player should collect. However, key death is still possible if a player collects the safety coin before they're supposed to. Tech. Shorthand for techniques. These are advanced tricks not originally intended to be in the game. A lot of Kaizo levels require certain tech to be able to progress. I could dedicate a whole video just to Super Mario Maker tech, however I want to go over the most popular ones here. Ground pound cancel. Only possible in New Soup, Pressing up after starting to ground pound will cancel it, allowing you to stop your momentum completely. Air stall. Repeatedly ground pound canceling in one spot to allow you to fall considerably slower, effectively allowing you to stall while in the air. BOB-OMB righting. When spin jumping on a BOB-OMB, it will cause it to fly to the right or the left, depending on which side you hit it on. This can be used to ride over long gaps you couldn't cross otherwise. BOB-OMB elevator. Constantly rebounding a BOB-OMB off a column of sideways springs will cause you and the BOB-OMB to slowly gain height. I dare you to say that 3 times fast. Spring jump. Dropping a spring at the peak of your jump will cause it to fall directly underneath you, allowing you to jump off it midair. P-switch jump. When landing on a P-switch, there is a small window where you are able to jump off of it. However, it is rather difficult and hard to determine when that time is. POW jump. Dropping a POW against a wall and then jumping off of it. Shell jump. The holy grail of Mario tech. Throwing a shell towards a wall at the peak of your jump will cause it to rebound and land under your feet, allowing you to jump off of it. There are tons and tons of variations of this tech, one of which being MIDAIR. Throwing a shell backwards and redirecting it forwards before the throwing animation completes. Yeah, this one's pretty hard to pull off. There's only a 1-frame window right before the shell is actually thrown where you're able to do this. For context, this video you're watching is playing at 30 frames per second, meaning you'd only have 1/30th of a second to press the right button. But this video requires no frame perfect tricks. In fact, you have a whole 20 seconds to check out another one of my videos, and to contemplate whether or not you'd like to subscribe. Just look at all this time I'm giving you. I'm honestly running out of things to say at this point.